Hey, what's up guys, this is Motion Plus, and in today's lesson we're going to talk about a name your own price script for After Effects called Ouroboros version 2. So this script allows you to create multiple strokes in one single path in After Effects. This can quickly create some really detailed looking stroke effects in your scene. So without further ado, let's get started. Now at first, I'm gonna show you how to install Ouroboros 2. So go to a script / Ouroboros 2. You'll get a link for this page in the description below. So this is Ouroboros 2, and yeah, you can get some information here, much more than this tutorial. Anyway, so in this case, it's $29. You can actually, this is the suggested price, but in this case, I'm gonna make it 0. Then go to add to cart or click here. Then click go to shopping cart. Now click proceed to checkout. Here you select the billing address for your from your address. Click next. Here no payment information required because it's completely free. Now click continue. Now click place order. Now check your email and you'll find here, here's it, Ouroboros 2 download. Just click here and the downloading will start automatically, as you can see here. Yeah, and here's it. So to go to your scripts folder in local disk C, program files, Adobe, your version, whatever. Then go to support files, scripts, and go to the script UI panels. And yeah, where is it? Sorry, I didn't actually run it. Yeah, and here's Ouroboros. Just click here and drag it. I have it already, so click replace, no problem. And now Ouroboros has successfully installed for your After Effects version. So once you install Ouroboros script, just go to the window and here you have it here. Just click on it and here you have this panel. So this is Ouroboros version 2. It's definitely better than version 1. Yeah, it's much better. The code, the speed and everything. So let's talk about each section. Just I'm gonna give you an overview, then we'll get deeper in each one of them. So here in the create section you can add some shapes and Ouroboros them and adjust them and whatever. And here the modules, you got some properties and some features you can add to your strokes and your paths. And here's other supplementary functions that can help you throughout or with your strokes or paths. So let's go to the create. Let's talk about the create first. Here we got some basic shapes like square, circle, and triangle. For example, let's click here on the circle. So here you can give it any size you like, or you can set it as a default. Okay, 500 is great. Yeah, and here's it. It's white. I'm sorry to make the background also white. And so what's cool about these, you can, okay, you may say why I can just make a circle here and that's it. Actually you can, but this script allows you to make a circle centered in your frame. Now you can also make other things here, like the rectangle. Yeah, anyway, let's delete it and then just select it and click Ouroboros to Ouroboros it. And now as you can see, a new layer has been generated and it's Ouroboros. It's Ouroboros layer. It's different from our first stroke layer. Here in the Ouroboros you got some, actually you got nothing because there's no modules added to this one. just to know that this layer is parented to this layer. So when you click S to scale it, the other layer actually scale up and down automatically, and when you click R for rotation, yeah, the same thing happens here. So here you can actually add another stroke, just like that, another one. Then you can remove a stroke, remove another one. Here you can, when you click here, you remove the Ouroboros itself. Yeah, so let's create again here. Now let's talk about the modules. Let's say you want to color, or you want to change the color of this stroke. You can do it manually by selecting this layer, Ouroboros layer, then clicking here to open up the strokes. And here you got all the strokes for, you can actually change the color like that, or like that anyway, and you can change this one. But this can be harder in most cases, even if you have a lot of strokes and layers. This can be really difficult. So another thing you can do by searching for color, and here you got the colors, you can change them also manually, but this is gonna take a lot of time. So here in the modules, you will get something called color. When you click on it, as you can see, a new module has been generated, and this is Ouroboros color. You can here change the color of each one, and let's say I want to add some strokes to this layer like that. Yeah, and here we got just 3 colors, and they are universal here in this layer. You can change them as you like, but let's say you want to give a specific color for each one of them. So go here to the color, and you see here add color controller, click here, and a new one has been generated, and now you can change it as you like, and you can add, for example, 6 like that, and give them a specific color for each one of them. Yeah, and that was color module. Now let's talk about the width module here. So in this circle I have multiple strokes here, and I want to change the strokes of each one of them. I can change all of them just like that, as you probably know, or you can change it manually from open up this one or clicking here, and here are they. Sorry, they are all opened, and you can change it manually like this one. You can increase it, and the other one you can decrease it, just like that. But another thing, or another way you can do it better, by selecting or using the width module here. So click here in the width, and now you've got a new module called stroke width. You can change them, all of them, from here, but as you can see, I can't change them. They are locked or freezed in the manual way of changing the width. So another thing you can do is, when you select the Ouroboros, go ahead and click add width random controller. Now you have some random controller for the width. For example, you don't like this random, simply you can click here, and the randomization of this width are changing the seed here, or you can change it here, or using this change random seed from the functions like that. Or as I said earlier, you can, if you didn't like this one, you can change it here manually, but after deleting the width stroke, or the stroke width Ouroboros. So another option I have here in the width section is the maintain width. So let's say I have this circle here and I want to scale it up and down, and as you can see, as I scale it down, the stroke actually decreases. Why? Because let's say I'm here in 100%, and here the stroke is 100. Okay, let's say 100 is by using the maintain width property here. So just click here and then click maintain width, and now as I change the scale, the stroke width actually changing, as you can see here. Yeah, and so the next module we're gonna talk about is the opacity, and it's pretty simple. You may say I have this shape, and you can click here T to open up the opacity and just increase it. But what if I want to customize it a little bit? You can actually search here for opacity, and for each stroke you've got an opacity. You can change it, yeah, obviously, but you've got much better control by clicking here on the opacity to add the opacity module. And just click here, and now we've got the opacity. You can increase it or decrease it, and then if you click here in the opacity and click add opacity random controller, and now here you can actually randomize the opacity of all your strokes. And as we said earlier, you can change the random seed from here. Just click like that, and you've got much more options than the default one. And you can change the seed here, just like this button here. Now let's talk about the trim module. So I have here this this Ouroboros layer. I can add a trim pass here, and I can do it manually as always again, but like that. But I have better control by using the trim module here. When you click here, as you can see, the trim actually is activated here in the Ouroboros effect controllers, and I have here the same thing, start and offset. And another thing you can get, actually just like the first one, like that, and you can change the offset. Another great options you can get by clicking here, add the trim random controller. Just click here, and you'll get some nice options here. Length random, you can change the length randomly, or the offset of each one of them. Yeah, just like that. And you can change again here by you can change the seed by clicking here. Yeah, just like that. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is the set matte, and as I said earlier, here the trim module, and you can make some nice trim, but it applies to each one of the strokes. What if I want to apply it for all of them? So just click here to remove the trim, and click here in the set matte. Now you have full control of your shape, and here in the trim pass you can change it, as you can see, all at once. Yeah, just like that. Now the next thing is link. When you click here, then on your Ouroboros layer, then you click here in the link, you add link to this layer. Now when I try to reduce them, as you can see, all of them are linked together, so they move in a way that they are all linked together. When I turn it off, let's go here. Let's go to the link. I have two options, the link start and the link end. And As you can see, if I drag the slider here, they are all linked together. They move together like that. And when I just unlink them like that, and here in the beginning, now they are not linked. They move one by one like that. And the same thing applies here in the end. Yeah, that was link module. Now let's talk about the delay module here. And for this example, I'm gonna use this simple line like that, and let's Ouroboros it. Yeah, and we can add a couple of strokes like that. Yeah, and let's go to the width. Click here, add module, and click here, add width random, and let's set some keyframes here. Here at the beginning, stroke width, and go a couple of frames. Click Q to get the keyframes, and set a keyframe here. Yeah, like that, and or 0. Yeah, and we have this boring animation. Now actually we can try to delay it for each one of them. So click here, then click delay. Sorry, click delay, and now when they can make some delay like 2 or 3. Yeah, 2 is so much actually. After I think 0.1. Now they, as you can see, after 0.1 seconds they actually move, or the animation applies to the other parts. And let's say 0.2, like that. As you can see, you can play with it to make the best animation for you. Now let's talk about the speed. Now let's say I want to these strokes to make some movement or to move. Okay, simply just select it and click speed. And now if we preview it, as you can see, the strokes are moving like that. And you can change here the speed value. You can increase it or decrease it as you like. And here's another option we have is so first let's select it, and we got the speed random controller. And once we click on it, we have some speed random. We can change it, like if we now preview it, as you can see, the speed of each one of them, each stroke is different from the other one. Now let's preview it. Like that. So if you want to make some keyframes for the speed, actually you can actually make a keyframe here in the speed property, but it may do some weird stuff. So I think it's better to use this key. It's called add keyframe speed. You can click here and go a couple of frames. Click Q to get the keyframe. Oh, sorry. Here's it. Click and make it like that, and increase the speed, for example. And click add keyframe. And now let's preview it like that. Because if you didn't do this step, it may, as I said earlier, may make some mistakes and some weird stuff. Now let's talk about the dots. Let's make a new ellipse, and whatever the size is, and click Ouroboros. Yeah, and now click here on dots. Yeah, as you can see, some dots have been generated, and with some properties, like you can change the length of the first or the dot start or the dot end, and change the position and the size. Now let's, for example, add some trim and make some kind of sort like that. So as you can see, you can make some cool stuff using it. Yeah, you can play around with them, and as I said, you'll get some great results from using it. The last section to talk about is the functions, and here we got some nice functions to use. Like, let's talk about each one of them. Now let's create a line shape, any size, whatever, and let's Ouroboros it. Sorry, let's Ouroboros it, and I have here 3 strokes like that. If I select this layer and click here, it switches the shape direction from left to right or right to left. Even if I actually add some strokes, I can still flip them or switch them, if you like to say it. Now let's talk about the second one. The second one is the caps. When you click here, now it's linear, and when I click here, now as I click here, as you can see, the caps are changing like that. Now they are rounded, for example. The second one is about the corners. Let's make a new rectangle, any size, yeah, and click here, Ouroboros. Here I can change the line join like that. Now they are, I don't know what to call it, and here they are linear, and now they are rounded like that. Now the next option to talk about is this one. Select all Ouroboros layer. When I click on it, all the Ouroboros layer will be selected. Now the other option we have here, show Ouroboros stroke. First you have to select an Ouroboros layer, then click here, and it will show you all the Ouroboros stroke like that. So you can change them as you like. The last option is change random seed. We use it through our work here in the modules, and it's just let's talk about it quickly. Just go ahead and make a width, and just make random control, and here you can make some weird stuff like that. Here and here you can change the random seed, or from here, or you can click here like that, and you got some different results like that. Here you can get some tutorials and the support page for this plugin. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Thanks again. Peace out.